guarded her work. And then this past summer, just before I left for the remote mountains of western Nepal, I contacted Dan and Jill Harrington for the very first time to say I had something that belonged to them. So it happened that 8 months after her murder, these words from Morgan finally landed in her mother's hands. Allow me to quote now from Morgan's own writing, the essay I kept. One of the central objects of my imagined shrine is a huge, comfy chair that my dad sits in every night to finish his work from the office. All throughout my youth, I would jump up on his lap to share this chair and nudge his never-ending work aside with grass-stained toes. He would never shove me off and continue work as some adults might have done. Instead, he always took the extra minutes to cuddle and show that he loved me, despite all of his expectations at work. I balanced an incense burner near the bottom of my shrine to symbolize spirituality and larger-than-life ideals that I struggle to accept. My maternal grandparents helped shape who I am because they raised the most important person in my life, my mother. A lock of her strawberry blonde hair is nestled into the deep center of my shrine as the relic because I love her so much and strive to be more like her. I look to my mom as a spiritual example because she is so open-minded. She is a very spiritual person, and I see how this trust enriches her life, so I plan to spend more time exploring higher powers and positive energies instead of focusing on things that are insignificant in comparison. It is easy to get into a monotonous routine and forget about the changes I need to make in my life. With these objects placed on my shrine, I have a higher likelihood of succeeding in these changes because these reminders will be ever present. Back to the beginning now. In the beginning, when there was fear, when we knew that Morgan had been murdered, we had only the barrenness of grief. But even grief is fertile and calls in growth. Despite our anguish, we begin work now. Incremental and small at first, like the construction work of small settlements and sweet flags of minor hope planted on a moonscape. What Samuel Taylor Coleridge called tiny infinitesimals of love and kindness, small offerings, miniature bouquets, hugs. These minor notes of relief gather inexplicably to squat on the barrenness. And yet, what are these arrivals? Who converges on this wasteland? Who comes to sit beside agony? We do, Dan and Jill. The class of 2011 are with me. Friends, parents, every one of us here today, here with you, and thousands upon thousands of others. We are Virginia Tech, and justice for Morgan Harrington will prevail. Finally, let us imagine together, though our education gives us no proof, that there are angels. What are angels capable of accomplishing? They cannot stop murder. They cannot reverse days. If they exist, they are angels of limited power. But even so, imagine. Maybe it is a company of angels now whose fingertips smooth these terrible jagged angles and slow these billion falling shards as our damaged heaven crumbles. Maybe we who are with you as we love you are like so many imperfect angels ourselves, crowding to take over a space in this sorrow, to take back the night, to reclaim some small joy. Slowly, as stalagmites build in our darkness, we will keep this work, this place, this girl we love. We will make Morgan's memory a garden. We are not visitors. We are caretakers.